Said, I represent Market Traders Institute, or MTI for short. We were founded over 2 decades ago, and we employ over 100 of the most talented staff in the industry, all trying to accomplish one singular mission, which is to create successful traders through the empowerment of education. Now, to date, over the last 2 decades, we have helped over 30,000 clients on their mission to become successful traders. Again, like he said, I am James Bishop. I hold a degree in psychology with a specific focus in neuroscience. I'm a multi-asset class trader. I've moved all around the world as a son of a United States Marine officer. I'm a graduate of MTI, a mentor to thousands, and I'm a senior market analyst here at Market Traders Institute. Now, I'm really excited to be here today because you're going to discover how to harness the power of new technology, how to cut your time spent analyzing while maximizing your profits, how to simplify your trading, and what tools the best traders in the world use to win constantly. Now, I'm speaking of one thing and one thing only, and that is the ultimate market scanner. I'm going to show you today how this tool, this singular tool, can help change your view on the market, which is going to change what you get out of the market. Now, before I begin, I always like to do a little kind of audience survey. You see, I really boil it down to there are only 3 types of people that come to these presentations: the good, the bad, and the new. There are those of you in here that have had bad experiences trading, and that's okay. You are looking to correct your way. You're looking for the tool that's going to give you that edge on trading and help take you to the next level. There are those of you in here that have had weak or no experiences in the market. This is the first time you're really starting to invest, and you're looking to make sure you start on the right foot. And lastly, there are those of you in here that have had good trading experiences. You guys have had some success in this market, and you're looking for your next evolution. Now, really quick, who in here identifies with being a good trader? Who in here, you know, you have had some successes? Give me a me, a why, a yes, a good, something in this question box letting me know that that's what you where you fall. Because I want to talk directly to you for about 60 seconds. Wonderful. I have Raymond and Ray, Michael. Oh, Michael said weak. Okay. Kevin says Prakash says me. Phil says me. Ray says me. Now, those of you in here that identify as good traders, you guys are looking here today for someone to help you with ongoing support, for something to help you with fresh trading ideas, and for something to give you that edge on trading to help take you to the next level. Now, today, I'm going to show you a tool that will do that. Now, next up, we have my bad traders. I'm talking to those of you that have blown up a trading account. How many of you in here feel that you have ever said that you couldn't buy a winning trade? How many of you in here have ever felt like the only strategy was for you to do all of your analysis and do the opposite of what you found because it always goes against you? How many of you in here just have a yo-yo count where your account is going up and down and up and down? Give me a me, a why, or a yes if you identify with being what we would consider a bad trader. You just haven't found that success yet. You know there's money to be made because there's a lot of money moving in the market. You just don't know how to get yours. Well, you guys are looking for proof that the market can be traded successfully, proof that you can make money doing this, and proof that you can still do this. Most importantly, you're looking for proof that you can make your money back. Now, lastly, there's one other group in here that I love to deal with. These are my favorite type of people. I love talking to them, and I hope this room is full with them. Now, Car, I like that statement. Now, you guys are highly dedicated, maybe need a little bit more educated, but extremely motivated. You guys are my traders that want to become full-time traders. How many people do I have in this room that want to, at the end of the day, that's their goal, is to live the life of a trader, to place trades, get paid, and go play, to not have to work for a living, but to be able to sit down at a computer anytime you need money and be able to find it in the market. How many people in here truly want to achieve that? Give me a why or yes. Let's see them coming in. Frank and Ann and Michael and Stephen and Ian and Edward and Jim and Alvarez and Rudolph and Randolph and Ray, Jerry, Roy. Thank you all for responding and being so interactive here. Now, in order for you to become a full-time trader, you're going to need 4 things. Now, the first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need to know how to learn more ways to make money. Whether the market's going up, whether the market's going down, with a weak dollar or a strong dollar, with Greece's indecision or with Greece's decision. If they leave the EU, whatever it is, you need to know how to be able to react and make money based on that situation. You also need that top line information. Okay, you need the same information that the top traders in the world have. And third, you're going to need a tool or tools that are going to give you the competitive edge on the market. Now, I'm going to show you how we can simplify. I believe in the KISS method and keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? Now, the last thing that you're going to need is a concrete goal. See, 90 to 95% of all traders that I come in contact with give me that same response. I want to be a full-time trader. I want to quit my day job and I want to start trading full-time. Well, one of the things I always tell them is, look, don't change your lifestyle unless it's for the better. So let's make a goal for you. And they say, okay, well, let's do it. Well, I believe in the Jim Rohn School of Thought when it comes to goals. They need to be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So we're going to do this exercise together. Right now, in about 35 seconds, we'll have our goal together. What I want you to do is take how much money you make a month, and I want you to write that in the chat box right now. I'm not going to read any names. I won't read any numbers, but that's going to be your goal. Okay, I want you to type that in, and I'll just thank those that are coming and typing in those numbers. So thank you, Thomas and Shelby and Jean and William. You see, on a monthly, if we were able to replicate how much you made on a monthly basis in the market, and we were able to do that consistently, you would be able to quit your day job because you have totally replaced your income from trading. That's a specific amount, as you guys are typing in that number. It's bound to time because we know we need to do that month in and month out. It's measurable because, well, if you're making less than that, you can clearly see that. It's attainable and realistic because you are already made that much. Dr. Bob, if you would like to have a conversation with me at any point in time, I will gladly sit down and speak with you about what your statements are there, and you and I could gladly have a conversation. I can show you his way, I can show you my way, and at the end of the day, while we may have differing opinions, we all get to the same area. We all get results. I have results. He has results. Is it wrong if we're both making money? Now, let me ask you this. Everybody in here, why are you here? What is your number one reason for being here today? To learn, to learn, to learn, to learn. To learn, to become a better trader, get more educated. You see, you guys are all here today for one reason and one reason only. Learning is great, but your knowledge will be tested in this market. Your knowledge will be tested, and the measuring stick on which it will be tested is money. You see, if your knowledge is sufficient, you will make money. If your knowledge is insufficient, you will not make money. And at the end of the day, we need to make sure that you understand exactly how you can make money. So let me ask you all this. What does money do for us? Freedom, I like that. Control, I like that. And those two things are very important. You see, money gives us freedom, the ability to do what we want to do when we want to do it. And control, the wherewithal to do so. But it also gives us the ability to contribute to our lives. How many of you in here would like to contribute to your college, your university, for your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, your grandson, your granddaughter? How many of you in here would like to contribute to your retirement and be able to retire comfortably with the security of knowing that you're not going to have to go back to work full time because you're not going to outlive your income? How many of you in here would like to do that? How many of you in here just want to get rid of debt and get out of the debt that you have? And what about just to supplement your monthly income? Now, folks, I want to make a promise to you all. And my promise is to help you and show you the way. Help you find consistency and show you why you should not let opportunities like what I'm about to show you today pass you by. The importance of technology and how to use the ultimate market scanner to help you find success. When I say success, what I want to show you is a person like this. Now, these are his closed positions. As you see, he opened some of these positions on 212, closed them on 213, the majority, and some even on 212. And this gentleman here, one of MTI's students, made 95.3 pips or $953, which we're going to explain to you what a pip is here in a second. But that's 100% winning percentage, folks. This is his actual account statement on how he did that. Now, this is all done in the Forex market. So many of you in here don't even know what the Forex market is. The Forex market is the largest market with almost limitless amounts of liquidity, which really means it's a market of limitless financial opportunity. So why would you even want to trade the Forex market? Well, it trades at roughly $5 trillion a day. This market is not only the largest market in the world, but it dwarfs the U.S. stock market. That just means more opportunity. That's all it should scream to you. This market is open when you have time because it is open 5.5 days a week, 24 hours a day. Now, in this market, all we do is trade one currency against another, meaning for every one, let's say if the exchange rate were even at this point, let's just give you an example. If the pound dollar were trading at $2 pounds per dollar, that means for every $1 US, or for every 2 pounds, you would get $1 US. Now, how do we make money? Well, you can make money buying low and selling high the traditional way, selling first and buying back later, which is known as shorting in the market, or you can make money sideways by buying valleys and selling peaks. And we're going to show you how you can do all with improved accuracy and consistency. Now, what is a PIP that I was talking about earlier? Well, it's just an acronym. It stands for price interest point. A penny represents 1/100th of a US dollar. A PIP just represents 1/100th of a penny. It has the same relation. Does everybody understand that? Give me a Y or yes. Just want to make sure that is clear to everybody. All right, wonderful. Now, in this market, there are 3 types of investments. You have your micro investment, which generally is about a $50 investment, and 1 pip will equal about 10 cents. You have a mini lot investment, which is generally about a $200 investment, where 1 pip will equal $1. And you have a standard lot investment, where 1 pip which is about a $2,000 investment, which is 1 pip will equal $10. Now, if you guys are all ready to go, I'm ready to go ahead and push this thing into the live market. I know we are short on time here today, so I want to make sure that we get through all of this. Give me a wire yes if you guys are ready. All right, looks like we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and hit the live market. So I'm going to bring up a new chart here, and I'm just going to bring up any currency pairs. So let's just go with the US dollar JPY. That looks good. And I'm going to bring it up on a 2-hour time frame. Now, a couple of things that you're going to see immediately is we have price movement here, time down here, okay? Now, let's look at how this market is currently trending. Does everybody in here see these dark blue candlesticks, yes or no? It's kind of my little test to make sure that you guys can see my charts. Great. Those dark blue candlesticks, they represent bearish activity or an opportunity to sell in this market. And does everybody in here see these white candlesticks, yes or no? Those white candlesticks represent bullish opportunity or an opportunity to buy in this market. Now, long term, you can see the market is making lower lows and lower highs. But in the short term right here, let's just solely, this is an example case. This is not exactly how we would trade this, but I just want you to make sure that we get this premise down, okay? Does everybody see how this market was making higher highs and higher lows? Does everybody in here see that? It was moving its way up, just making nice higher highs and higher lows. Great. That is what is known as an uptrend. And all we have to do would be draw a trend line for that trend. Okay? Now, there's one old way of investing where you could have bought down here and waited, and then at some point in the future when you were satisfied, you could have sold. However, there is a secondary way to take advantage of market movements like this, and I want to show you right now. So let's just say that you decided that you woke up one morning and you said, you know what, this looks like the right time to enter. Market pulls back against you, and then it begins rising in your way. And then you close your position, and you left your position open, and you decided to close out, and you took your profit right there. Okay? That would have been a phenomenal way for you to make 86 pips or 860 US dollars. But let's say you missed that movement. And let's say you didn't get involved with the Forex market until the next day, and you woke up and you looked at it and you say, well, it's trending up. Do you just buy in? Just buy in? Nope, nope, nope. What's the risk at entry? I like that, Tim. That's a great statement. Nope. One of my sayings that I say to everybody is that when you just jump in a trade, expect money to jump out of your pocket. You see, the way that I would look at this is using a tool called the counter trend line. You come across the tops of these candles, extend this out, and you say to yourself, I'm not getting in this position until it crosses that line. So you wait, and there. You have a proper entry. Yes, you missed out on some profits, but you have the confidence to know that you got in at the right time into this market. and then it continues to take off. It pulls back against you a little, continues to take off, and here you have it where we currently are sitting now. Okay? So let's pull up another currency pair and take a look and show you how this could work. You guys pick. What currency pair would you like me to look at? EURUSD, that was the first one. It seems to be very popular these days. So what I'm going to do is bring up the EURUSD. And I'm going to bring it up on several time frames. Now, if we bring it up on the daily, what you see here, and just disregard these lines here. So if we bring it up on a daily, you're going to see there are our waves in the market. You can see that we have a trend going on right here, a slight uptrend. It's very shallow, not very steep, but we are making higher highs and higher lows. Now let me ask you this. Had you gotten in here and we were here, you would have been profitable. Everybody sees that, correct? And everybody can agree that this point here to this point would be positive pips. Give me a Y or yes. Michael, thank you. Edward, thank you. Trevor, thank you. Andrew, thank you. Alvarez, thank you. Jerry, thank you. Now, let me ask you this. If you missed that entry, could you have entered into the market when this candlestick broke here and be positive from there to current market conditions? You'd be positive about 334 pips. And would you have been positive had you gotten in when it broke this counter trend line? And would you be positive if it were to continue to rise up to, let's say, this pink line by getting in when it breaks this counter trend line? So we all agree in the power of trend lines and the power that they hold and how simple they can be to help you be successful. But let me ask you this. We all see opportunity in this market, and we all know opportunity exists in this market. But where? That's the biggest problem for traders, wouldn't you agree? Is do you really want to sit down and do analysis on 60 currency pairs? I mean, do you all want that time, right? A student put it best to me in a webinar that I hosted for our MTI students. He said that sometimes he feels like a blind monkey throwing darts when it comes to choosing a currency pair. He just doesn't know where the next movement is about to happen. How many of you in here share in that pain? I got a lot of yeses. Too time consuming. I only trade 8 pairs. Me. Well, folks, let me introduce to you the Ultimate Market Scanner. Now, the Ultimate Market Scanner, it is one of the most powerful tools that I personally feel can help any student at any level. What this tool is going to allow you to do, as I get logged in here, is going to allow you to pinpoint where the next opportunity actually is. So we're going to click over on Forex. Now, for my long-term traders, I'm going to do a scan for you. And then we're going to come back and do a quick short-term scan as well. So here in this, with this tool, you can scroll down here, and you can just scan the entire market looking at both ups and downs. Or you can narrow your focus. You see, one of the things that I like to do when I trade is eliminate variables. You see, if I can only focus on bullish opportunity, that means that in my thought process, I never have to worry about if I should be selling this market, because I always know 100% of the time I am looking at bullish opportunity. So I'm going to check off very bullish, and then I'm going to hit scan all. And just like that, it scanned 5 positions where we would have bought the pound Australian, the pound Swiss franc, the pound New Zealand, the pound, the CAD JPY, and the Euro AUD. Now, in these 5 positions, if you take a look at this, from May 10th through there, again, these are for my position traders. These are going to be long-term positions, okay? But even here, from 10 days ago on the pound Swiss franc, you were able to generate $149.93 pips, and we'll take a look at that. If you had this scanner for the pound New Zealand, you would be up over $1,053 or 1,053.8 pips, and you can see all of that. This totals 1,835.55 pips with a 100% winner. Let me show you what information this scanner brings to you. Now here you see a short-term view of the chart, making higher highs, higher lows. Here you see the entry point, and you have your stop. Now, one of the things that I'm showing you right here, notice where your entry and your stop is. There is at the exact same level. JC says, can you limit to certain pairs? Absolutely. Matt, that would be the $200 investment size. So, does everybody in here see that these two are the exact same level? Now, if your stop is your entry, how much is at risk right now? The spread, maybe 2 or 3 pips, exactly. But mostly nothing for the biggest part. Maybe 2 or 3 pips, and you could even push up your stop. Now, one of the things that I don't like about this trade, that I absolutely don't, I want to draw your attention up here. Notice what you see here on the weekly, the daily, and the 8-hour. These are all showing you bullish opportunity. But on the 4-hour, the 2-hour, the 60, and the 15, it's saying it's bearish. That dissonance in the market is something I don't like. That means that this has the potential to pull back before going up. And so I would have closed my position in this. So let's take a look at another one. Let's look at the pound Australian. Now, if you look at the pound Australian, the weekly, the daily, the 8-hour, the 4-hour, the 2-hour, the 60, and the 15 all are pointing up. We are making higher highs and higher lows. Now, we are close to a profit target here of nearly 2,000 pips. But what we need to do is, if this trend holds, we need to find our next entry point. So that is where our trend lines are going to play a major part. So let's bring up the pound Australian on the daily time frame. Again, this is for my position traders. So pound Australian, daily, open. As you see, and even Ray Charles could see, we are in a bullish trend. I would think everybody in here would agree with that, right? And we've had several entry points along the way. We had one counter trend line break here. We had one counter trend line break here. We had one counter trend line break there. We had another counter trend line break here. We had another counter trend line break here. We had another counter trend line break here and here. and here, and here. So if every single one of these counter trend lines have been broken, wouldn't it stand to reason that if I were to come across the top of this top of that candlestick with the same angle, and I were to say, look, we're not jumping into this blindly. We're going to get into this with reason. We're going to have every reason to actually place the trade, so we can throw out every reason to not place the trade. So let me get that angle to match, as you guys see. And here we go. If this market were to break this line, if we were headed up to, let's say, 2.10521, wouldn't it have to break that line? Yes or no? So would it stand to you all that in order for this to continue to be bullish, we must break through that line, and therefore that is a great point of entry? Folks, that is how you create consistent traders. So let's break it down one more time with the Ultimate Market Scanner and look at another pair. Let's go a little bit smaller time frame, and let's look at the 2-hour and hit scan all. Again, still looking at bullish opportunity. Now, one of the things you see here is this has moved 132 pips, 34 pips, 131, 32, 65, and 3. Out of all the pairs that I possibly could look at, this is the one I want to look at. Why? Well, one, we recently had a buy. Do you see that is June 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern? Does everybody see that? Or 1 p.m. GMT? Now, that shows you that that is still has a lot of potential movement. Now we come into our time frames, and we say, well, our 15, our 60, our 2-hour, our 4-hour, our 8-hour, and our weekly all point up. Our daily's pulling back a little, and that's okay. Here is our entry. Here is our stop. Here is our first target limit. So I'm going to pop this out so I can draw that on this chart that I'm about to build for you all. And let's make sure that we can all see where we're headed. Charting, new chart, US dollar JPY. 2-hour time frame. Open up. Again, these are for my little bit longer term traders. Now, the Ultimate Market Scanner on Friday, called a buy at 123.82. Okay? 123.82. Our stop is currently at 123.502. And our first target limit is at 124.429. Now, folks, I got those numbers directly from the Ultimate Market Scanner. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see where we get our stop, our limit, and our first limit and our entry point from? So what we're looking at here, how do we evaluate the trade? We have said that we're just not going to jump into the things, right? We do not want to just jump into this. So before I just place an entry order, even though this is already called along and even though this is already profitable, in order for me to enter this market, I am going to require that I break a counter trend line. Because as long as it breaks that counter trend line, I know I am secure in my entry up to here. And this is the potential for you to make from, let's just say, break of here to right here, 58 pips. Now, folks, 58 pips on a standard lot investment is 580 USD. On a mini lot, that is $58. Now, folks, that is nearly a 25% return on your investment instantly, if you think about it. Just like that. No. This is, Trevor, would you cut your profits to the top of the previous high since the market responded bearish? Trevor, I'm going to go after this target, and I'm going to leave that room, but as it gets to that level of resistance, of course, I will be paying attention to that. You could use a trailing stop, and if the market pulled back against you 10 pips, you would get out of the trade. And that is simply how you do it, folks. Now, let me ask you, how many of you all could see yourself doing what I just showed you? How many of you all could see yourself doing what I just showed you? Give me a Y or yes. Now, I promised you all some short-term trading. So type in an S if you're a short-term trader right now. Trevor, Ann, Nero, Tim, Steven, Jim, Mike, Brad, great. So for my short-term trading, I'm going to go down to a 15-minute time frame. And then I'm going to hit scan all. Now here, we're going to get a lot of entry points, as you see, because we're only looking for the quick pips. So let's bring up the pound US. And looking at the pound US, all of my time frames are lined up, minus my 8-hour. We have our entry long, our stop, and our first term target limit. So let's take a look at those points. I'm going to slide this out, and then I'm going to create that chart. So I'm going to, let's just minimize that chart. We're going to go charting, new chart, bring up the pound US on our 15-minute time frame. The Ultimate Market Scanner is telling us to go long at 1.5745, and we hit OK. It's also telling us that our limit, first term limit, is 1.5778. And our horizontal, and then our stop is at 1.573, and we hit OK. Now here, let's measure something right now. We are risking a total of 15 pips for a potential profit of 33 pips. Folks, that is a perfect 2-to-1 ratio. Tim, I'm actually going to be giving you that opportunity here today. So stick with me, Tim. And let me see here. I'll see. Give me 1 second. So as you guys see, this is already profitable. Not by much, but it is a profitable position. Again, I'm not looking to just jump into a trade, right? None of us in here just jump into trades. That is the wrong mentality to have when it comes to trading. Because as the old saying goes, when you jump into trades, money jumps out of your pocket. So how do we take advantage of this? Again, just like any other way. Let's look at the angle of the last major counter trend line. Let's replicate that. We can just parallel it if we want, or we can copy it, paste it, grab the new one, slide it up here, and there we have a potential perfect entry. Does everybody see that there? I mean, folks, does it get any simpler than that? And Tim, I'm sending you something privately so you can go ahead and take advantage of it. That's what the Ultimate Scanner is, and then I'm going to be giving you a few fast action bonuses, so stick with me there. So folks, that's how you would take advantage of it. Let me see. And I think we're doing well on time. Reed, we have about 15 more minutes, right? Just chat me on that.
Yeah, James, I sent you a chat. You are good for another 15 minutes.
Okay, great. Thank you. I just saw that. And I saw your earlier chat as well. So what we're doing here is we have the position for this to go and continue to rise. And that's where we would get in, and you see where our next profit target is. As long as this broke this counter trend line, we have clear opportunity to buy. So let's go back to our Ultimate Market Scanner, and let's look. You guys pick. You guys pick from this list. We have Canadian Swiss francs, Euro dollars, Aussie dollars, Euro New Zealand, Swiss franc JPY. You guys pick. Trevor, it does tell you your stop loss and your take profit. EURJPY. Great choice. A lot of movement out of the yens. Here again, something I don't like. More time frames are telling me bearish than bullish. That is a clear-cut stay away. That is one I'm staying away from. So we won't even look at it. You see how quickly that decision was made? You see how we didn't go in and do some painstaking analysis to see, hey, are all my time frames lining up? No, it does it quickly, effectively for us to allow us to continue to move on. So if you want to trade multiple currency pairs, you can absolutely do so. Now let me break into a couple of more features about the Ultimate Market Scanner that you have here that I didn't show. You can look and to be an aggressive trader as well. And you could hit Scan All, and it tells you where we're looking to take profit in an aggressive trending market. This is purely aggressive. It's only going to give you your stop loss, and then you're going to want to use a trailing stop behind that. Now that's a little more of the advanced trader type of trade. You can also search the market by symbol. Let's say you want a specific symbol and only want to see that. You can do that. Or let's say you want to look at all US dollar pairs and only US dollar pairs. You can do so just by hitting this right here where it'll select a currency pair, and it'll bring you just US dollar pairs. Now, something I want to point out, does everybody here see this pre-buy? Give me a Y or yes if you guys can see that. Now that pre-buy button, that is a huge thing. Notice it has an exclamation point, it flashes, it's highlighted in green. That is to draw your attention to that spot. The reason it's there is it is preemptively based on its proprietary set of indicators that are running in the background, saying to you, look, on a 15-minute time frame, this will be a potential buying area. So I'm going to pop that out, and I'm going to show it to you on a chart. Let's bring back up the US dollar JPY. And I think I have that open, there we go, on a 2-hour. We'll close this one. We'll bring this up. Let's erase everything that's on this chart because we need to go down to a 15-minute. Now this is, again, short-term, quick profits, quick scalping methods, okay? Now the Ultimate Market Scanner says that we have a pre-buy in this market at 123.927, and we hit OK. This is what you would call pre-buy. From there, it says that this has the potential to rise up to 124,143 as your first term limit. First target. All right? Now, it does not give you your stop yet. Why doesn't it give you your stop? Well, the reason it doesn't give you your stop is this has not been triggered, as you see. We are close. We are close. We are a mere 4 pips away from being able to enter this and go after 210 US dollars or 21 pips. But that's it. You see, this has the ability for you to set this up. What you could do is come in, go trading, and do a pending entry order. And have a pending order set up to where you could go to work, you could go to sleep, you could go to the grocery store, you could do whatever you want to do. And rest assured that if this market crosses above that 123.93 and continue, if it crosses above that, you will be taken into your position. Folks, how many people in here find that simple? Give me a wire yes. How many people in here are extremely interested in utilizing a tool like that? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down and show you some more profits of this, but if I've said enough and you guys are just ready, there's a link where you can buy it. But you are looking right here at one student's results over, as you see here, he opened these trades. Earliest one was 213. This is a 3-day trading period, making 256 pips, only losing 3 trades. That was a profit of $2,564 in 3 days. Utilizing the Ultimate Market Scanner, another student made 233.8 pips, which was a profit of $2,338, only losing 3 trades from from January 30th to February 6th. Folks, that is a 6-day trading period. Now, normally, this product normally sells for $259. But today, because you're all in this Investor Inspiration webinar, and because you all are here with me today, we have extended a special promotion for you guys exclusively. Today, your exclusive price will be $149. Now, you will be also receiving some fast action bonuses with this. So for those of you in here, I want to confirm, did everybody get that link that I just sent out? Give me a wire yes. Wonderful. You guys, for a first bonus, you're going to receive 30 days free of Market Traders Institute's VIP Analyst on Demand service. This is an exclusive room for the best traders in the world, in my opinion. We have our analysts that are here 24 hours a day. All they do are analyze charts for you to inquire about. Let's say you want to know whether Euro-US is going long-term or short-term. You have somebody to ask. You don't have to sit there and wonder for yourself if you're doing things right. You have the backup and the support of a team of individuals that have been doing this for 21 years. Let's say you are worried about a position because it's pulled back against you, and you're thinking to close out and take your loss. You have someone supporting you in the background that you can go to and log in and ask. We're also going to give you access into to 4 lessons on the Forex market. This is an introduction into currency trading by Market Traders Institute. We're going to break down this market for you, give you some of the basics that you need to know to help you be successful in your Forex trading. Above and beyond that, we're going to give you access to a profit plan consultation call. Now, what this is you tell us what your goals are. And what we're going to do for you is lay out a plan on how you can look to make a certain amount of pips per day to help you achieve that goal. Because a lot of people think that making a lot of money in the market is very, very difficult. When you break it down into smaller steps and you realize really and truly what you have to do to get there, it becomes a lot simpler. And then as as a final bonus, we're going to include today the 10 keys to essential Forex trading. This ebook was written by Jared F. Martinez, the founder of Market Traders Institute. Now, this book will help you all. Now, again, Jerry, no, sir, you cannot. We're not a brokerage, so you would need to use a Dennis. You can use any trading platform that you would like to use. And so, again, that answers Jerry's question as well. Normally, that's a $594 value that I've given you there. But, again, it's going to be $149 today. Andrew, there is a recurring cost with the Ultimate Market Scanner. Now, everyone in here, you guys have that link. What I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to bring up and show you how to use the link that I just sent you. If my internet and dying mouse, it seems, wants to cooperate. All right, there we go. So I'm going to bring up that link. Paste it in the question. Paste it in my web URL bar, hit enter, and it's going to take me to this page here. When it takes me here, I see the Ultimate Market Scanner as well as the Forex Profit Boosting bonuses, and it's $149 for the introduction month and $199 after that, and you can cancel at any single time that you want to. All you do is fill in your first name, your last name, your address, and your credit card, and then hit place order. And then Monday, everything will be sent out to you to make sure that you have that. We're also going to give you videos to utilize this to make sure you are utilizing it correctly. And if push comes to shove and you still need help, you have a team of dedicated people to be there for you. Simply put, if all this package did for you was help you make several $1,000s month after month after month, would it be worth the investment? If this package helped you retire and achieve those goals that you have for yourself, would it be worth this investment, yes or no? If this package allowed you the freedom to travel more, the freedom to do more things with your loved one, would it be worth the investment, yes or no? Again, folks, do not miss this opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to get the Ultimate Market Scanner for $149 a month initially, and then $199 a month every month after. If it makes you $1,000, is it worth spending the $200? If it makes you $2,000, is it worth spending the $200? Honestly, I know some of us have spent more than that on a night out with our family. It's almost like one trip to the movies, it feels like. So, folks, let me break this thing down again. You're going to get the Ultimate Market Scanner and the videos to show to help you to know how to use it. You're also going to get the fast action bonuses of the 30 days free of Market Traders Institute's VIP Analyst on Demand service. You're also going to get an introduction into currency trading and 4 Forex lessons by Market Traders Institute. You're going to get the profit plan consultation call and the 10 keys to successful Forex trading ebook by Jared Martinez. Again, this is a $594 value that you're getting for $149 here today. Now, does anybody have any questions for me as we're wrapping this up? I know we got a couple more minutes here. It looks like just 3 more minutes. So if you guys have any questions, I want to be able to answer those all. Again, here is that link. Make sure you guys use it. Let's see. Scott, that's all dependent upon you. He says, how many pairs are you typically following, and how many trades are typically placed each month using this software? Scott, that's the beauty of it, is you have full control. You may not trade the way I trade, and I may not trade the way you trade. I may place more trades, and you may place less trades. However, as long as we're both profitable, that is what we're looking at. Tim, that is broken down on the website. Go ahead and use that. Anybody else have any more questions at all? Well, Reed, I want to go ahead and thank you for allowing me to be here today with Investor Inspiration. I know we have Alberto, it can be used for that. Alberto, give me, Jim, the data is included with this. Okay, great question. You can shoot me there. Reed, thank you for putting that in. Richard, yes, for today's offering is Forex, but if you have any questions about wanting it for another market, please email me directly, and I will make sure we get you those answers here today. Not a problem, Scott. Not a problem at all. Now, folks, I want to go ahead and thank you all for allowing me to be here today. I want to wrap this up by wishing you health, happiness, and success at trading. Reed, again, thank you for allowing me, an investor inspiration, to allow me and Market Traders Institute to present here today. Thank you all. Again, reminding you, your success will never occur until your dreams get bigger than your excuses. This has been James Bishop.